Hello, friends and viewers. Namaste. Hemant Bhatt here. This is about my book Karma, Karsh and Karma Result, Sap Evam Karma Phal. This was published in 2017. For ebook version, you may go for pothi.com and paperback version is available with me. Here in this book, in the second chapter, the past and next life of Saul is discussed. This is second video. First video was made I think around fortnight before. So this is second video. So in this second chapter of the book, past and next life of the Saul is discussed. Here division 12th, Dvadashams is taken for consideration of past and next life of Saul. Strongest of luminaries, in whichever sign is posited, is considered for past and next life of Saul. So Jupiter, if strongest of luminaries, sun or moon, is in the sign of Jupiter, then the Saul came from Devloka, higher level. Then strongest of the luminaries, sun or moon, if in Venus or moon sign, then the Saul came from Pitraloka, the proper refuge of human after death, that is Pitraloka. Then comes strongest of the luminaries, sun or moon posited in sun or Mars life, then the Saul came from earth, from animal units, insects, etc. units, immortal. Prithvilok, that is from earth means Prithvilok. Prithvilok is also seen for humans. And then comes strongest of the luminaries, sun or moon posited in D12, in the sign of Saturn or Mercury. The Saul came from hell, degraded yoni, or maybe possible forlorn yoni, in a forlorn state, sorry. Now comes to Rahu and Ketu. If Rahu or Ketu is connected with the sign or the lord of that sign, then the Saul came from filthy places, maybe possible it is Nagloka. So this way it is duly elaborated in the book, in the second chapter. Now you may take, possibly you may take, instead of D12, you may go for D3, D9, as per your choice. Now why luminaries, sun or moon, are taken? To see the Saul of past life or next life is duly discussed in the book in the second chapter. Basically, now which house to be taken for past life? We are dealing here with Karsha Karma of past life. So I will discuss past life of Saul here. So which house is to be taken for past life is also elaborated. There are many different opinions and methods discussed in our classics. Some say 12th house for past life, some say 9th house for past life, some say 5th house for past life, some even Bruhat Parasar opined 8th house for past life. So it's a matter of your choice or your experience or expertise. Whichever house you consider for past life, you have to erect a chart from there. But first of all, we have to ascertain the house of past life. Just giving example, it is not given in the book. It is given in the later part of the book, which is I am stating here in second chapter. Suppose strongest of luminaries, sun or moon, posited in Capricorn. Now this Capricorn sign in D1 represent the 8th house or 12th house or 9th house, then you can take that respective sign for past life. This is a simple rule. I will say that you should not take arbitrarily any house as your past life. It has to be ascertained by luminaries. This is one method. So please keep in mind. You have your own methods, you have your own preferences, and you may go with that. Many classics take Rahu Ketu, Shani, or 6th house a karmic debt, etc. etc. But one thing is unanimously confirmed by all our Vedas, all our Upanishads, that human birth is rarest. So all your karmic results should be confirmed by your past life chart, and for that it is very important to take sign that is posited by sun or moon, whichever is stronger in Varga, D12 or D9 or D3, whichever is your preference. Now, next topic discussed was place, region, country, direction, caste, etc. as per the sign posited by sun or moon in D12 or D9 or D3 as per your preference. Now, as I said you that luminaries in Jupiter sign Devloka, luminaries sun or moon in D12 in Venus or moon sign, it is Pitruloka, sun or moon sign, it is Prithviloka, and Rahu Ketu, it is Nagloka. So, if the planet is exalted in fan sign or on sign, the soul is in higher degree, lower degree, or medium degree, average degree in that particular yoni. It has to be remembered. Now suppose sun is strongest and posited in Aries sign and in D12 and Mars is posited in Capricorn D12. So Saul came from earth in a higher level, posited at higher level. Possibly it is from Avanti, Ujjain, present day Ujjain, Nagari, MP region, south part, and possibly near mountain areas. So from Sun and Moon position in D12 and the respective depositor in whichever sign is posited, we can ascertain the Saul from where it came and in whichever category it was posited at that time. Then comes the karma result faced by the Saul in this current area, whether it is belongs to past life or present life, is discussed. And here Arudha concept and Prashna Marga concept is used. If birth chart and Arudha chart or Prashna chart shows the same result, then it is possible that the Saul of current birth era is facing its past life karma. And if it is different, means birth chart and Arudha chart or Prashna chart is giving different configuration, different result, than the Saul is facing his own karma, current result of his karma. It is duly discussed. It is good to watch that. Now another topic discussed is whether to see the horoscope of Jataka or not. It is duly discussed. I am not giving you here the ideas. It is better you purchase the book and see there. There are many other methods also. We can decide whether to see or not. But one simple method I will say, that is divine blessings of Guru. If Jupiter of astrologer and Jupiter of your Yajman, that is client, is connected with each other, then you can see the chart of your Yajman, your client, so that there will be a good output. Your prediction, your suggestion will work correctly due to the divine blessings of Jupiter. There are other also methods. There are other planets are also important. There are other methods also there, whether to see the horoscope of client, here Yajman or not, by the astrologer. It is duly discussed. Now then come the third chapter. At that initial stage, Pitrus Sapa, the curse of Pitrus is discussed. But before that, I would like to convey you one very important thing. As I said that all our Veda and Vedantas, that is Upanishads, Vedanta Upanishads, Gita and Brahma Sutra, these are Vedantas. Vedantas unanimously declares that human birth is rarest, and it is a judicious chance given to the soul after consuming all his punya and papa sinful karma and holy karma duly consumed. Results are duly consumed, and there is an equal balance, or there is a upper balance of holy karma, grand karma. Then only human birth is possible. So now, two things: sinful karma and holy karma equal, or there is a upper hand of holy karma. That this judicious chance to the soul is given to experience the Maya than to go to the moksha. So whenever you see the chart of the Yajmana, we have to keep in mind that there is always a punya there in the chart. And first and the foremost duty of the astrologer is to see the punya, where it lies, and then use the punya karma to give a better result to the Yajman. That is a foremost duty of the astrologer. So, for Karsha also there always will a punya karma. There is a benefic connection will be there. In few chart is 5 or 10% maximum. There will be an acute Karsha. But always try to find a benefic connection and punya karma of the soul to give him a good result. So this is my suggestion, because to experience the Maya, one more thing, sorry, I am taking too long. To experience the Maya, all our Gnanendriya and Karmendriya are extrovert, Bahirmukh hai sab. So we can choose that what is good and what is bad. But unfortunately, we could not control ourselves. So we all fall in the trap of worldly allurements. दुनियावी प्रलोभन जो भी है उसमें हम पड़ जाते हैं, और हमें जो ये the rarest chance, judicious chance of human birth is given is being wasted, and we fall in the trap of vicious circle of birth and rebirth. So to avoid that, whenever you see the chart of the year Yajmana, please try to find out where the punya lies, where is the benefits and how to use it. That will be the key to your success. Kalyanamastu. Nirvignaena subham bhavatu. Nirvignaena subham bhavatu. Om Shiva Siva Namaha Rucham Prapadye Kalyanam Prapadye.